Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my videos. Very special video today. Today we are finally gonna be done sanding down this Subi. Now in one of my previous videos you guys saw me sand down the roof, and behind the scenes I went ahead and sanded down the right side of this car. But this is how the right side of the car looks. As you guys can see, we no longer have any blue. I went ahead and sanded that all off, and well, the roof has already been done. All we needed to do is just give this a really good wipe down before we primer it. All we got left to sand is the left side of this Subi. We got the rear panel right there. All of this right here still has blue, and even though we still got a lot to sand, I went ahead and practiced and learned a lot of things while I was doing that other side that are gonna help me out in this side. So I shouldn't take as long to do this side like how I did on that side. But like I said, by the end of today's video, we should be done sanding down this entire car. And then from there, all we're gonna need to do is spray down some primer, base coat, and clear coat. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Now, if you've been keeping up with my tool updates, you guys will see that I am gonna be using the two new tools that I just showed you guys in my last two videos. So both of these tools are gonna help me get this whole side sanded down for primer. I also went ahead and got out a good mask. These Milwaukee ones are really good, but they weren't just cutting it out anymore, so had to upgrade. I also want to go ahead and take the moment to show you guys my new dolly. Now the reason why I got this dolly is I want to be able to have a portable fan. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on top of this dolly, and then we'll get started with today's video. Toby's gonna be walking around, so you guys might see him in the background. Alright, so the dolly fits on there perfectly. It even has two pre-drill holes right there. There's one hole on this side as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and secure this. And just like that, we have a portable fan. Very happy that we were able to secure it to the board. But now that we have a portable fan, I can go ahead and tell you guys my plan of attack. First things I want to do is I want to remove all of this masking film along with all of this masking tape. Now you guys are already going to see where my paint edge is going to be. I already went ahead and put that green masking tape there to mark where my paint edge is going to be. But after we remove the old masking tape, I want to go ahead and remask this. Now the reason why I want to remask it is I want to get a feel with how I'm going to mask this when I primer it. So once we remove all of this tape, I'll give you guys an update. After I remove all of the old masking tape and film, I want to give the entire car a wipe down with water and alcohol. That way when I go to remask it, the tape has something good to stick onto. So that's what you guys are going to see me do next. Alright, I want to show you guys one last time how the paint looks before we decide to actually start sanding it all the way. So this right here is just me practicing how to use a rotary tool. But right now, like I said, there's a lot of blue. All of this is going to get repainted. All of this. And then I plan on having my paint edge right there. So all of this back here is gonna get repainted, but then this part and then down isn't. Over here I am gonna go ahead and paint it up to right here, so the paint edge is gonna be right under the bumper. I could paint this whole panel here, but I kind of like how original this is, and I honestly feel like this car might gotten repainted once because this paint line right here is really sharp. It might be the factory paint line, but I don't know, I feel like this whole part right here would have gotten painted at the same time from factory, so that's why this paint line right here, or this paint edge, is sus. Right now I'm just gonna go ahead and start masking this off so that we don't get any sand inside the car. And then I'm also gonna sand up to where it's gonna get primered. So, but once I do that, I'll give you guys an update. update. We're about to start sanding. Now I just want to show you guys the trunk and the wheel well. I went ahead and also masked off the trunk because I don't want any sand dust to go inside the trunk and just stay there. There's already a little bit of sand dust in there, and I'd rather just go ahead, take the extra step, mask it off, and avoid having to clean that much sand dust later on in the future. I also went ahead and removed the wheel. So the car is currently on jack stands, and the reason behind that is I want more space to work with. So since I'm gonna be sanding this area right here, halfway through it on the other side I realized that if I removed the wheel I would have more workspace, so that's why we went ahead and removed it on this side. But I got this wheel cover that I got from Harbor's Freight. It was like $10 for a pack of 4, so this is gonna cover the whole suspension system so that none of that gets any sand dust. We're just about ready to start sanding down the car, but I'm gonna use these stuff right here to go ahead and sand down the car. Now I showed you guys my Warrior sander the other day, so you guys already know what kind of setup I got. If you don't, go ahead and go back to that video and check it out. But I also went ahead and bought some Hercules sanding disc. This is the 180 grit, so I'm very excited to try this out. Now this machine does leave a bunch of swell marks behind. I'm still kind of new to that tool, so I'm gonna use this red scuffing pad and then this Gator Grip from Walmart to help me smooth out all of those swirls. And this right here is what I'm gonna use to get those hard to reach areas. For example, the whole window side right here all the way back up to here. Not to mention the bottom of the car, where is the wheel well. So all of this right here, and then this part right here, we're gonna knock down using this. Now that leaves a bunch of swirl marks. This leaves a wavy texture to the panels, so you want to make sure you flatten it out with either a red scuffing pad, or what I like to also use is the Gator Grit. We'll have both of these linked down below for you guys, but these are the two tools that I plan on using to do the entire car. Now the entire car is wiped down, and like I said, we're just about ready to start sanding. But right before we start sanding, I am very excited to try this new Harbor's Freight paint mask. Now this is like a kit because it comes with two different set of filters, one for painting, one for sanding. I've been using this as my sanding mask, and even though it has rubber insulation, I feel like it doesn't do as good as a job of filtering the air, so that's why we went ahead and upgraded. But I'm gonna go ahead, set this up, and then I'll give you guys my plan of attack. These filters right here you use whenever you're spraying either something like primer, base coat, or basically paint. These right here are the ones that you're gonna use whenever you're doing sanding. So these are also very lightweight, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a really good job of filtering the air. So let's try it on. This is how the mask looks with the filters on there. Kind of cool if you ask me. Right away I can tell that this thing is filtering the air very well. Ah, fresh air. But now that we got our mask set up, I can go ahead and tell you guys my plan of attack. Now, what I plan on doing first is taking care of all of the edges. So I want to start taking care of all of the paint that's in the tight areas like here. And I want to basically go all around like this. Sand all of this. Sand inside here and the side. Finish sanding down this whole area here. And then I want to go around here. Keep going all the way. Work my way down. And then under here. And then eventually hit the wheel well, knock this whole area down. Then I want to move over to this side and then take care of the edge that we're gonna do and have right here. And then once I end up all the way back to where I started, that's when I'm gonna start to actually sand away all of this paint. And then we'll come back down here, eventually knocking down this whole area and then working our way down. So that is honestly gonna take me like around 1 to 2 hours to do, maybe even more. Again, I'm very excited to try these tools out, so let's get straight to it. This tool came in clutch. I'm really happy with how it performed. I'm gonna have it again linked down below for you guys. Now I still gotta figure out a way to get air inside the garage again. The next step is gonna be primering this car. We obviously are gonna need air to do that, but again, it's done. All I literally gotta do is spray some primer and this car is gonna be back on the roads. Little review about the tool. I'm a beginner, so I'm still getting kind of used to this. I was able to control it as much as possible, but when I was focusing on one area, it started cutting one area more, so that's why you guys are going to see some of these patches. But let me give you guys a closer look. This is how the bottom ended up. We sanded down this whole area. For some reason this was really bumpy and out, so I ended up hammering it back in there. Take a good look, because next time you guys see this car, we're gonna primer it. Again, all I'm gonna do is go over this entire side of the car with these two pads, just to smooth out and remove all of those swirl marks. With that being said, that is gonna be it for today's video. I still gotta put all of this stuff away, and I got some stuff in the tool car that I also gotta put away, so I'm just gonna end up cutting the video here. Next time you guys see me, I will have the whole air compressor system figured out. We currently don't have any air in the garage, so that's why we had to buy these two electric tools, which are also gonna be linked down below for you guys. I'm also gonna have this new mask. I really liked it. It covered my mouth very well, and these filters are pretty good, so I'm very happy with this mask. Other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Next time you guys see me, I'm gonna have the whole air compressor system figured out, so I'm gonna be spraying some primer, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Again, everything we use in this video is gonna be linked down below, so make sure to check that out. But until then, peace out, my friends.